The 2025 New York International Auto Show is underway. And to tell us all about that, with me now is Lauren Fix. She's an auto industry expert at Car Coach Reports. So Lauren, good to see you. How are you doing today?
Good. The show is great. 125 years from the New York Auto Show. And there's product from way back all the way up to current, and a lot of product.
Yeah, talk to us about that. What did you see? What caught your attention at the show?
Well, there's a lot of great product. There's also some concept cars. From Genesis, they brought two concepts. One is, well, actually a race car. They're going to get into racing, which means they're bringing a performance line. So you're going to see a performance line called Magma, like in lava. And that's going to be coming soon. But the race car was there. They showed us the drivers. Pippo Durrani, you've got to be into racing to know who these people are. I love these people. They're great drivers. It's very exciting. And they brought a concept for an off-road vehicle, which I don't know if that's going to be production. But then switching over to Kia, they had the EV4 hatchback, which looks like a wagon. And it's great, nice and bright colors. I thought they did a really nice job with that, and they bring in Nightfall editions and a lot of new products from literally almost every brand that showed there, where Volkswagen's going to have brand there as well.
Yeah, so they always have these fancy cars, futuristic, some even. So what were some of the innovations that were really impressive to you?
Well, I think it's a lot of technology, not just trying to figure out how to utilize electric vehicles that don't work for every single application. So they're going to put range extenders on. You're going to see different propulsions. And a lot of this, with hydrogen, we don't have infrastructure, much like that of electric. It's going to take time. So we're seeing a lot of hybrid technology, allowing people to have both gas and electric.
And what about fully electric vehicles? Any innovations there?
More range. Lucid was there with Gravity, which is their SUV. And no one can get 500 miles on a charge. And I think that's the number that it would take for consumers to say, yes, I'll consider this. But at this point, we have charging anxiety, we have range anxiety, so we're still seeing a lot of product coming our way. But now that the mandate is being pulled away by President Trump, I think you're going to see a lot of mixture of choices.
Yeah, speaking of which, of course, we can't talk about the auto show without talking about Trump's tariffs recently on the auto industry. What has been the impact or the forecasted impact with these tariffs?
Well, I think some brands are going to absorb some of it, but I think what's the confusion is the mainstream media is saying, oh, they're going to raise the prices, like if the car is $10,000, it's suddenly going to be 25% of that. That's not how this works. They take the components, and those components of their cost that are made outside the U.S. will have the tariff. And then once it finally gets to the middleman and it gets to the final end user, you might see between a $3,000 and $6,000 price increase. Some won't have any. Others, like Ferrari, they're going up 10%. I don't think that's going to impact their sales. And Porsche's going to increase their prices by 7%. And again, I don't think that's going to impact their sales whatsoever.
So you mentioned some companies perhaps may absorb the cost, right? What are some other strategies that automakers may be using? Maybe strategies, sales incentives maybe in response to these tariffs?
Oh, there's definitely incentives to get product off the lot. Just so everyone knows, there's 3 million cars that are on the ground that are no tariff, that are coming from lots of different manufacturers that have been built, and they're sitting in lots waiting to be delivered to dealers. So the manufacturer has the window sticker. That window sticker tells you where the vehicle's built, where it's finally assembled, and the components. And it's important to note that those cars should not be tariffed. And if you go to a dealer lot and it says a line for auto tariff, you don't want to buy from that dealer. That's just not good business, because they're not being tariffed for those cars. We don't know what the final numbers are going to be until President Trump makes a deal with every single country. And once where like 130 countries have come to him so far, then we'll know what the increase is. It may not be anything. That's what we don't know. And so I always tell people, the cars that are on what they call landed, already here prior to the April 2nd, those cars should not be tariffed.
But are you concerned at all? Is there any level of concern in your mind when it comes to the car market, perhaps car sales going down due to these tariffs?
Well, car sales are pretty hot right now because everyone's trying to get those cars that aren't going to be tariffed. But also, we know that smaller companies here in the U.S. are getting approached to build product here. One of them, for example, is like you're seeing like tire manufacturers. They might have built them in another country. They're going to build them here. You're going to see driveline components built here because only 19% of engines and transmissions are currently made here in the U.S. And that's what President Trump's trying to bring back. Companies like Stellantis, which is a Jeep, Ram, Dodge, they're already saying, we're going to bring jobs back. They're planning to move all the jobs to Mexico. Honda's going to bring jobs back from Canada. So we're only about 60% production capable right now, and we have 40% available to expand. So I think you're going to see more jobs coming back, a lot of them.
Of course, one purpose of these tariffs, Trump says, is to bring back manufacturing into the U.S., bring jobs back. How long do you think it'll take for companies to shift their manufacturing domestically?
Oh, that's going to take time, because it's not just, oh, we'll just move the car here. You've got all the tooling, all the production line. You have to hire employees. You have to train those employees. So you might be talking as early as 6 months, but then down the road, a year from now, they should be up and running.
Is it a good time to buy a car right now?
Absolutely. Now's a good time to buy a car. There are incentives. They know car sales are up for this month. They're going to continue to grow. And if you don't find a good deal at the lot that you like, go to another one, because they're going to want your business.
How are prices compared now to a year ago?
Well, prices are still pretty strong. That's the whole thing. So prices went up because of the chip shortage, and they never went down. And used car prices have gone up as well. And they're getting stronger because people are realizing, well, that car I wanted, it's going to have a tariff on it because I want to order something special. Maybe I'll just look for a certified pre-owned car, and then they get a better deal.
Okay, so what's your recommendation then? Should you go to the used car market or should you buy new?
Well, if you want to lease something, you have to go to the new car market. If you're looking for a vehicle that is not a lease, you want to purchase it, maybe you drive under 10,000 miles a year or over 15,000 miles a year, then you're going to want to look to purchase. I always suggest certified pre-owned from the brand. It's a Honda, you go to a Honda dealer. You want a Ford, go to a Ford dealer. The reason you do that is they're going to give you the longer warranty and transfer that warranty to you.
So what should people look for when buying a used car? Any tips there?
Well, yes. If you're looking at a certified pre-owned, like I said, brand to brand is the way to go. But if you're saying, I'm just going to use car lot, I'm looking on Craigslist or Facebook Market or eBay, that's when I tell people, you want to take that vehicle to an ASE certified technician, have them go through it. There are a lot of flood damage cars out there, over 650,000 of them in the market. And if you get them, there's no warranty at all. So why? Because water damages computers. We all know that. We've all seen water on a computer. We're like, well, that's done. So this is the problem. Once a car is flooded, there's no warranty for rust-through protection, emissions, or anything. So make sure you don't buy a car that's either been in a bad accident or been flood damaged.
Okay, those are some of the red flags, but can you give us a little bit more? Because I'm always concerned when I buy a used car that it's going to break down, like in a year or something.
Yeah, so that's why you take it to an ASE certified technician. It's probably going to cost you about $150. And what you're going to say is, I need a green, yellow, red. Green, is the car great? Yellow, what am I going to need down the road? What's an expense I should know coming my way, whether it be exhaust system or brakes or whatever? And red, hey, this is the car you walk away from.
And I think a lot of people want to know this. How do you avoid overpaying for a car?
Well, that's cross-shopping. Just like you would if you were going to buy a house. You're going to shop around. You were going to put a new roof on your home or windows. You're going to shop around. And the same thing is true when it comes to a car. If you find a car you like and it has to be red, I want a red Toyota Camry, well, that's great. Then what you want to do is check with all the dealers online. And it's best to buy local. But don't be afraid to get online. I've purchased cars all over the country. And you do your homework and you can pick them up and drive them, or they'll even deliver them to you.
Do you have any financing strategies for us?
Absolutely. Always ask the dealer what kind of deal they have, because they're always having a deal going with the bank. But your community savings bank will have it, and also shop around, because if you've got a relationship with a community savings bank or through your business, there's a lot of things you can use to save money. Shop online as well. Get the best rate.
Your thoughts on getting an EV right now?
Well, if you want an electric vehicle, there's some great deals on electric vehicles, but you should be aware that $7,500 tax credit is disappearing, and some states don't have money left in their funds, like California, Illinois, New Jersey. There's no funds left, so they can't match they were matching an additional $2,000, so that's gone. And remember, it's a tax credit. You're not getting a check. It's not the price off the bottom line, and that means if you own $10,000 in taxes and you have a $7,500 tax credit, then you only owe $2,500. But if you owe $5,000 in taxes, the rest of it goes away. So it's a tax credit, and that's, I think people don't realize, it's not a check. I wish it was a check. That'd be fantastic.
Well, Lauren, I think that's our time today. Again, thank you very much for coming here. It's always great to speak with you, and in person this time.
Yes, for a change. Yes, thank you. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this, and check out our car review channel, Car Smarts. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee, and if you want even more content, check out the links in the description. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching.